Welcome back to Motivational Wealth.
It's great to be here.
It's amazing how the principles of building wealth can so often connect with some pretty profound ideas.
Absolutely. And today we're going to dive into a perspective that links financial well-being with something truly foundational.
And you might be surprised to hear it's Jesus' gift of salvation.
No, that's a connection you don't hear every day.
Right. But think about it for a second.
Okay.
Both involve a transformative journey towards lasting abundance and security,
Okay.
just in different realms.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this.
One focuses on earthly wealth,
Right.
the other on eternal riches.
Interesting parallel, for sure.
And we've got some really insightful material to unpack today that sheds light on what truly matters when it comes to creating a strong financial future.
Looking forward to it.
Our mission today is to reveal those aha moments that can shift your understanding of wealth building.
Those light bulb moments are what it's all about.
Exactly.
Mm.
So let's jump right in. The material we've been looking at really challenges that common idea that wealth is just about accumulating a pile of cash.
Yeah, it goes so much deeper than that.
It talks about building what it calls lasting, generational, perpetuating wealth.
It's a mouthful, but it gets to the heart of what true financial security is all about.
And you know what I found really intriguing?
What's that?
The idea that the reason so many people struggle with wealth isn't because they're not working hard enough.
Right.
It's because they misunderstand what wealth actually is.
And the purpose of money itself.
Exactly. It's about shifting your perspective.
Because when your perspective changes, your financial focus changes too.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So let's unpack that a bit.
Sure.
Many people equate wealth with simply having a lot of money sitting in a bank account.
Right, just that big stack of cash.
But this source suggests it's much more dynamic than that.
It's about flow movement.
Yeah, it talks about the difference between cash flow, cash accumulation, and this ultimate goal of cash perpetuation.
And most people naturally gravitate towards cash accumulation. Yeah, saving every penny. But the message here is that truly wealthy individuals understand that cash flow, that consistent stream of income, and ultimately cash perpetuation, ensuring that income continues even after you're gone.
Wow.
Those are the real targets. It's a fundamental shift from just holding on to money to actively using it as a tool to build something bigger.
I love how the source material uses the analogy of a financial house built on a foundation of truth to illustrate this.
It's a powerful image.
Can you break down the key components of this house for us?
Absolutely. So picture this house with different windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got the income window. That's where your money typically comes from.
Like your job?
Oh, exactly. Your salary, your business income, whatever brings the money in.
Okay.
Then there's the outgo window. This is where that money goes out to cover your expenses, your bills.
Rent, groceries, utilities, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And the source highlights how many individuals are stuck in a cycle where their income just barely covers their outgo.
Yeah, you're working hard, but it feels like you're just treading water financially.
You got it. And then the source talks about how the middle class often focuses on another window.
This is the WRL window, right?
You got it. Wealth-reducing liabilities.
Things like debt,
Precisely using debt to maintain a certain lifestyle.
which can easily become a drain on potential wealth in the long run.
Exactly. Now, here's where things get interesting. The real powerhouse of this financial house is the IPA window.
Income-producing assets.
That's right. This is where wealthy individuals prioritize their time and money.
Investing in things that will generate income down the line.
Exactly. Think of it like planting seeds.
That will eventually bear fruit.
Precisely.
And what's fascinating is that these income-producing assets might not produce any income right away.
That's the key. It requires patience and a willingness to delay gratification.
Sacrificing short-term desires for potentially much larger rewards later on.
You got it.
But as these assets mature and become more productive,
They start generating enough income to cover not just your expenses.
but also those wealth-reducing liabilities.
Exactly. That's where the game really changes.
It's like you're no longer trading your time for money in the same way.
You're building a system that works for you.
And this leads to a crucial shift in mindset.
Absolutely.
Instead of asking yourself, what can I buy with this money?
The wealthy are constantly asking, how can I use this money to acquire or enhance an asset that will produce more money?
It's a subtle but profound difference.
It's about seeing money as a tool to build something bigger than just your immediate needs.
And the source even connects this back to the biblical idea of being placed in a garden.
Right.
You're meant to cultivate and harvest,
Planting those seeds of income-producing assets is the natural system for creating abundance.
It's about working with those principles of growth and not against them.
Exactly.
So we've talked about the traditional idea of saving money, cash accumulation.
Right. The idea that the more you have stashed away, the wealthier you are.
But this source really challenges that notion, doesn't it?
It does, because simply accumulating cash isn't the primary driver of wealth.
Especially when you consider how inflation erodes its value over time.
Exactly. The wealthy understand that money needs to be actively used to create more value.
To generate that ongoing income we talked about.
Right, it's about flow and movement.
And to illustrate this, the source uses a powerful analogy comparing the Dead Sea to the Sea of Galilee and the Jordan River.
Oh, that's a good one.
Can you walk us through that?
Of course. So the Dead Sea has water flowing in.
Yeah.
But no outlets, so nothing can really thrive there.
It's stagnant.
Exactly. Now compare that to the Sea of Galilee and the Jordan River.
Okay.
There's a constant flow of water in and out.
And that flow supports life.
Exactly. In the same way, if your money just sits there and doesn't flow out to acquire income-producing assets, it can become stagnant.
It loses its power to generate real wealth.
You got a consistent cash flow is the key.
So it's not about having a huge pile of money, but about having money that's constantly moving and working for you.
Exactly. And that brings us to the concept of cash perpetuation.
The ultimate goal.
Generational wealth isn't just about a big inheritance.
It's about establishing a system that continues to generate income for generations to come.
It's about a legacy of abundance.
And the source points out that even significant wealth can be lost within a few generations.
If those underlying principles aren't understood and implemented.
Exactly. It's not enough to just inherit money.
You have to know how to make it work for you.
Cash perpetuation comes from owning assets that generate income both during your lifetime
and long after you're gone.
The source gives some great examples of this, like a self-published book that continues to generate royalties.
Or a business that continues to thrive under the leadership of future generations.
And it also mentions life insurance as a tool for wealth perpetuation.
Absolutely. Life insurance, when structured correctly, can provide a significant financial resource for future generations.
And the death benefit is generally not taxable,
which makes it an even more powerful tool for passing on wealth.
Having adequate life insurance on all family members can provide that crucial safety net,
allowing your loved ones to navigate difficult times without immediate financial pressure.
It's about providing a legacy of stability and opportunity.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And the source also makes a great point about the importance of raising financially literate children.
Kids who understand these principles and can continue to build upon the wealth,
instead of seeing it diminish,
passing on that knowledge and understanding is just as important as passing on the assets themselves.
It's about empowering future generations to create their own abundance.
And finally, the source offers a really profound definition of true wealth.
Okay, I'm curious.
It's not the money itself,
right,
but your ability to create value for someone else.
The more value you create, the more wealth you tend to generate.
It's a beautiful concept, isn't it?
It is. It shifts the focus from just personal gain to making a positive impact on the world.
We hope this deep dive into the principles of building wealth has sparked some new ideas for you.
And given you those aha moments that can lead to lasting change.
Thinking about wealth, not just as a number in a bank account,
but as a dynamic flow and a lasting legacy,
offers a truly powerful perspective.
One that aligns with the enduring nature of Jesus's gift.
Thank you for subscribing to Motivational Wealth.
We're dedicated to bringing you life-changing motivation and knowledge.
And as we've explored today, building lasting wealth in its truest sense
requires understanding these fundamental principles
and shifting your focus towards creating enduring value and flow.
A concept that echoes the eternal and abundant nature of Jesus's gift.
So consider today what kind of seeds you're planting for your future and the future of those you care about.
What steps can you take to build your income-producing asset window?
This is just the beginning of a journey toward greater understanding and abundance.
Until next time, keep those wheels turning and stay motivated.
We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.